Well, hello, web designers. This is your teacher, Mr. Holmes Williams, and this is an introduction to a new piece of JavaScript code. Okay, so this is, as always, going to be the explanation video, and I will have a solution video coming out very soon. So if you look right here, we've done a couple of buttons on JavaScript, actually 3 at this point, with a fourth one coming in right here called enter a word or a sentence. So this assignment is going to have your user input a word or a sentence, and you are going to deconstruct that word or sentence into consonants, vowels, number of spaces, number of words, etc. Okay, so when I click this button, enter a word or sentence, you see that I have this message with the prompt that says, input a word or sentence for a simple synopsis of its parts. Okay, so I'm going to put in, my name is Satchel, and that's it. Okay, so as you can see here, that's 4 words, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. And if we look at this, this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I'm counting that correctly, vowels, and then the rest are consonants. So when I press OK, you can see here at the bottom, I get a whole synopsis. So first off, it says the total number of characters in my entry is 19. If you all know, characters are inclusive of spaces. So basically, from the first character or first start of your word or of your sentence to the last, including spaces, that's how many characters I have. Then I have number of spaces, I have 3, and we counted that. Number of words is 4, we counted that as well. Number of vowels is 5, awesome. Number of non-space characters in your entry is 16. So basically this is not space inclusive, so this is only letters and characters other than spaces. And then finally, you can see the number of consonants is 10. We did not count that, but we're just going to assume that that is correct. So this is basically all that this does. You put in a word, you put in a very long paragraph, you put in a sentence, etc. And of course, it will just break it down so that you know how many words, how many consonants, how many vowels, etc. are in here. And so there's a lot of different things that are coming on right here. These top entries right here, these top 4 entries are not using any loops. They aren't even using any if statements. They are simply using some new pieces of code that we have not talked about yet. One of those pieces of code is called the dot split function inside of JavaScript. You will research that and look at what that does. Only the bottom 2 ones right here end up using loops, and in this case it is using a for loop, which is again not a loop that we have learned yet. We've learned about while loops in our guess a number button, but we have not learned about for loops yet, and I will also link that in there. But really, I'm expecting those of you all who may not be as coding savvy to really focus on the top 4, and those of you all, aka the nerds, who are a lot more in depth in your coding knowledge, will probably go towards doing all 6 of these as well. Okay, so I'll definitely make sure that I put those informations out in Google Classroom. But that is all you have to do for today, and thank you so very much for attending class.